Welcome to Ampedcast, where we bring together the worlds of electronic dance music and storytelling. Get to know industry leaders and talent on the rise as we sit down with them to share their artist journey from behind the decks. Our community is one for artists and music lovers alike, so settle in and enjoy the experience. Welcome to Ampedcast, where we get to know the DJs behind the decks, the music you love, and we're here to share their stories. And today I have Anna, and your DJ name is really special. I'd love to hear your DJ name and tell me about the story behind your DJ name.
Yeah, so my DJ name is Anula. It's Greek. I'm Greek, and it's basically just like an ode to my grandpa. He calls me Anula Kukla, which just means like my little Anna doll. So I picked that specifically just because every time I hear it, I think of my grandpa. He lives in Greece now, and I never get to see him. So it's just a little friendly reminder all the time.
I absolutely love that. When she was telling me before we did this episode, her story, and I just thought that was incredible. And have you gotten to go to Greece at all?
Yeah, I was able to go back in 2016, but I haven't been since. And we were planning on going during right before COVID, and then, COVID kind of messed all that stuff up. But haven't been back since. Was supposed to go this year, moved to Austin, changed jobs, wasn't able to get time. So next year, I know, is the year. Next year, I'll be able to do it for sure.
Oh, that's incredible. I love the history. I love that you have that beautiful story behind your DJ name. I always think it's cool to hear how artists come up with their names.
Yeah.
And before we started recording, I like the conversation we had because we were talking about how music is kind of infused in everything.
Oh, absolutely.
Like every walk of life. And so I'd love to kind of hear your journey. How did you get started in music?
Honestly, I think music has kind of been my whole life. Like, my parents, they were 90s love child, They were big in, the big 90s love ballads and R&Bs. And so I grew up in a lot of love and a lot of romance, and all of that was surrounded by just the music that they shared with each other. And, even to this day, like my dad, they're not together anymore, but my dad will always, play these songs, and he'll be like, this was like, I would, sing this song to your mom all the time. And so it's in everything, I think, because I think it's just really a part of you. When you listen to music, it either makes you feel something or it makes you think of something. Mm-hmm. And so that's kind of just really how I think of it. Like every time I'm listening to music, I'm either doing it because I need to work really hard and get this deadline out, or I need to get pumped for exercise, or I need to mellow out for yoga, like what we were talking about earlier. So I just think that it's literally so cohesive in every kind of aspect of what you do in your life, or at least in my life. And so that's why it's so important to me. I really don't know if I could really do anything without it. I love it so much. It's really just a part of me now.
I love the smile you get when you light up when you talk about music, and I can completely resonate with that too, because it's just it's so integral. It's so in every weaved within our lives. It's almost cinematic sometimes, when
Absolutely.
There's a soundtrack to our lives, or if a song comes on that you're that memory that's attached to that song.
Yes.
So that's really cool. So how did you kind of get into electronic music?
So honestly, I just recently started getting into electronic music. We had one big, New Year's rager party at my apartment back in 2021 or 2022. Maybe a lot of it had to do with COVID. I was looking for a change. Like I said, I grew up on 90s R&B, soulful rap and hip hop. And so that's kind of been my whole life. Love the hot girl shit, I love Megan Thee Stallion, Beyonce, that's my thing. But I don't know, we had such a fun time at that party. And all we were doing, all night long was just full on house music, or a little bit of, bass and EDM there, here and there, but it was mainly just super mellow, consistent, just house music. And the vibes were just like, everybody was just having a good time and everybody was happy. Like we were all, drinking and having a good time, but everybody was just like in their element and just like bringing in the new year with us all together. And I really think that the kind of music that we were playing had a lot to do with that. And so really, honestly, ever since then, I was like, hey, actually, like, this is my thing. Like, I love this. And, so started listening to it, got obsessed with it. I got my tax return. I got my tax return and it wasn't anything. It was like $200, $300. It was nothing. And so I was like, okay, well, I'll just like buy one of those little beginner, I think it's called like an FLX4.
Okay.
Yeah, just like a little beginner controller mixer, the one that you just plug into your laptop just to like mess around and have fun with. And the rest was history. Now I'm just obsessed with it and it takes up all my time. So yeah, I guess that's how I got into EDM.
That's a really cool story. And I like that it started in kind of that community, you were creating community.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what you're doing now in other aspects too.
Yeah.
And so when I met you, it was at Narbar and you were throwing an industry night.
Right.
And so I'd like to hear a bit about that, because when I went to see one of my clients and I was like, whoa, this is really cool. And you were like bouncing around and you were like, hey, did you put your name in the hat for a free ticket to Concourse or something?
Yeah.
I was like, I got to get to know this girl. So how did you start this project? Like, first give us like, what is the project and how did you get into that?
Yeah. So Narbar Networking Night, it's just a little, series that I've been doing. It's once a month. It's one Monday every month. And I've been lucky to work with the guys at Narbar and the other resident DJs, because originally there was no opening, but they were like, let's see, why not? And it's turned out pretty well. It's a great turnout. It's a series of open decks from 8 to 10 p.m. And then I have people that are close to me in my own community. They come out as featured DJs and they bring their friends, and they all get to play until 2 a.m. So we literally just finished it out last night, and it was such a great turnout. It was so much fun. People of all ilk and really anybody that just wants to play their own sound. So like I try not to like limit anybody. Like you can play whatever you want. We had techno, we had funk, we had drum and bass, just all of it. And so I do raffles because to me, it's like open decks, right? And so that is drawing people into the community that have either moved here or are looking for community. And so I like to do the raffles too, because it incentivizes people to come, but it also incentivizes people to go and check out, different concerts or different sounds. So like, someone that comes by and, they're a house music DJ, but they just won, for example, it happened last night, like they just won a Hamdi ticket, like for, hard bass, EDM, totally not in their realm, but they got a free ticket, so they're going to go check it out, Yeah. So, and that also helps them expand their community, listen to new sounds, and meet new people that you normally wouldn't meet. That's kind of like my main goal of it, is just to grow the community, always have people meeting other people and connecting in ways that you wouldn't think that you would normally connect. Because even in our small Austin, Texas EDM community, we have our little pockets, we have our little cliques. So I'm really proud of Narbar networking, and I'm really excited to see, how many more other sounds I can hear and people I can bring out for it. So, yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That, it leads perfectly into my next question, which is, how do you feel community has enhanced your artistry, or you as a DJ? How has community impacted that?
Oh, it's changed my life. Like I just moved. I don't know if you know this, but I just moved here. So I'm from Houston. I moved here in December, and I had no community. I had no friends. I actually had just gotten out of a relationship. So I was completely alone. And, you know, the music kind of really grounded me. But if I had not, you know, sought out the community and found the people that I was looking for at the time that I really needed to, you know, find them, I really don't know what I would be doing or where I would be. So it's community enhances, like, it enhances the music, it enhances your craft, it enhances, you know, your networking and your business skills and all of that stuff, because you have to remember all of that stuff, it comes with this too.
Yeah.
But it's life-changing. Like, it really is, at least for me in my path right now. It's been such a blessing. Everybody that I've met has been so welcoming and so kind.
Mm-hmm.
And I think at the end of the day, if you're just kind, then you will find a community that is, you know, also looking for you, and that is, I guess, wanting the same thing out of you that you're searching for out of them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It has definitely helped my music though. I've gotten so much, like, I've grown a lot in my own craft and in my own skills. I learn from people. I you know, like hearing feedback from everyone. But really it's just, it feeds my soul. And I think, you know, that's why I like to do the networking night, because I know that there's people out there that, you know, maybe they don't have gigs, or maybe they don't have things going yet. But once you find that community, it really just makes things so much easier, and it really changes you. So,
oh, that is,
yeah, dude.
I resonate on so many
100%.
of the things you said.
Yeah.
Cause like I moved in December 2022.
Yeah.
And got out of a relationship like shortly
Oh,
after,
girl.
and then found music.
Preach,
I was
yes.
like, okay, I think I found a soul sister here just in this moment, which is why I love doing these conversations.
Yeah.
And I couldn't agree more, especially this is there's an energy here.
Right.
There's something here about just the people and the way you give an inch, you get a mile.
Right.
You know,
Absolutely.
you put something out there and you get feedback, you get, like you said, you grow in that. So
yeah.
I want to hear, what is one thing you want to accomplish in this next year that you're here in Austin?
Ooh, I don't know. That's
a big question.
Because it's, you know, so much has changed in my life so fast. And me just being the person that I am, I have always kind of like been able to see like where I'm going to be down the road.
Yeah.
And truthfully, I don't think I have that anymore, just because I've changed so much, literally just in this past 6 months of just being here and being around the EDM community and all these amazing people. I don't really know. I honestly just am taking it every day as it comes. I think I'd really like to, throw just one big giant networking event where, you know, people from all different pockets come through. And it's not just like, you know, a Monday night. Like, it ends up coming to be like, you know, a crazy Saturday night where we just all just like hang out, have a good time, network and connect, and, you know, make lasting relationships. I think that's what it's all about. I would really like to. I think I'd like to throw something like that. I think it'd be cool.
That is a great goal.
Yeah,
that is an incredible goal, and I think you can totally make that happen. And I'm here. Definitely, I will be there.
Yeah,
Let me know the date, girl.
Let's do it. That'd be sick.
That is incredible. Well, this has been such a fun conversation. So I'd love to ask our final question for this evening is, you know, Anna, what is most inspiring to you today?
Most inspiring to me today? That's a good question. Honestly, I think just in general, just people. I really I don't know, I've never been this surrounded by so much kindness and love. So I think people inspire me now. Like I said, there's been a lot in my personal life and in my DJ and my music life that has changed so much. Mm-hmm. But the thing that really hasn't changed and the thing that stayed so consistent is the people. So I think, you know, find your people, find your community. What you're looking for will find you, and be inspired by it. 100%.
Those words give me chills in the best of ways. So I thank you so much for this conversation. How can people
Thank
find
you.
you? How can they get plugged into your events?
Yeah. So we could do Narbonne Networking Night once every Monday, or no, one Monday a month. The next one will be most likely April 19th. So we'll have open decks, featured DJs, concourse raffle tickets. That's what's coming up next. I'm also going to be playing at Bauhaus in Houston. I'm gonna go to my hometown and play at Bauhaus. That'll be August 4th, a little Sunday fun day, Ibiza session. So some chill Afro house, some melodic techno. That's what I got coming up. Instagram, I got an Instagram, anula.sound, and then my SoundCloud is the same. So.
Oh, wonderful. Well, this has been such a great conversation. Thank you so much. And thank you for taking in this evening at this beautiful, on this great sofa here.
I know. It's so comfy.
So comfy with views for days. We were at Limestone Rooftop, and this is a great place to grab a nice bite, have a great drink, and join us every Thursday for live music by local artists. And so thank you so much again for being on the show
Thanks,
today.
girl. Appreciate it.